Hi guys, thanks for joining. This is my first time doing a live, so sorry if camera work's not great. I'm just going to be making a small batch of candles, just waiting for my wax to heat up. Thanks for joining, guys. I did not think that many people were going to get on here. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. I don't know how good I'm going to be at trying to work and respond to comments, but I'll try. I'm really not sure how this works either since I've never done it, so if I don't respond, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Kens. I'm just making a small batch since it's my first live. My mother-in-law wanted some candles, so I'm just making a couple for her. I'm going to be making bourbon butterscotch. And possibly, if I have time, I might make some wax melts. I need to make a batch of nutmeg and spice. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm kind of nervous. I've never had this many people watching me at one time. I have some leftover wax in there, so I'm waiting for that to melt before I put more in. My shirt says bride. Is this backwards? I can't tell. I think lives are normally backwards, aren't they? My husband and I just got married in July. We got a shirt made. It says "Till Death Do Us Part" on the back with our names on it. I'm hoping my cat doesn't make too much noise. He was being really needy before I came in here. And if he starts scratching, I might have to let him in. But we make soy wax candles for anyone that doesn't know who we are. We use 100% soy wax. I'm good, how are you? I don't know why I decided to do my first live at almost 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm a night person, so it ends up working out. Thank you guys for the likes. Wow, I just saw that there's like almost 800 likes on here. This is so weird to me because I watch lives all the time while I'm making candles. And it's so weird to be the person in the live. I really wanted to listen to music because I either listen to lives or I listen to music while I make candles, but I'm not sure how that works with the TikTok universe. If you listen to music, I don't know if you can get cited for like copyright or whatever. Thank you. I do know how to make candles. I might not know how to talk on live, but I do know how to make candles. I can play music. I might try and see. I just don't want to get banned or something on my first live. We're just trying to reach a bigger audience here. I kind of do a lot of this stuff myself. My husband, that's where we got our name, K&E Candles. His name's Kenny and I'm Emily. He does help a lot, but he works a lot, so I do a lot of this myself. But he actually streams on Twitch, and he plays his music, so I don't know. I mean, maybe you can do it. I'm just afraid that I'm going to get on live and they're going to ban me or something. I'm going to have to make a new TikTok. Alright, I'm going to add more wax. I hope that I have enough. I just ordered more wax. Oh yeah, I'll have enough for this batch. It's crazy. You think a 45-pound box of wax would last you forever, and it really doesn't. It goes super fast and it melts down really fast. I wasn't even measuring. I'm going to do a couple more. Yeah, and if I had a way, I feel weird having my back to the camera. If I start doing lives more regularly, I'll try to get a better setup where you can actually like see my face. The only reason I put it this way is because I melt the wax over here and stir, and then I go over to my big table over here for pouring and stuff. So I try to set it up so I can easily go back and forth. You guys can still see me. But yeah, I just had to order a bunch more supplies so I can stock up on our fall scents because we got married in July 1st, but we didn't have like a reception. It was like a private wedding. It was just parents, grandparents, and siblings. We wanted to do like a big get together with our whole family. But the thing is, the day that we decided to get married, my brother was getting married 2 weeks later. So it was like way too much for my family to have like a big party. So we ended up doing our like reception. It was kind of like more of a party. It wasn't really a reception, but we ended up doing our party about 2 weeks ago now. So it was like a month and a half after our wedding. So for our wedding favors, I actually made, I wish I had one on me. I do have one. I just don't know where I put them. I had like maybe 4 left over. But I ended up making 100 wedding favors. Oh, thank you. I ended up making 100 of these for our wedding favors. And it had, I might have the label that I have on here. Because I made a bunch of extra labels. So I wasn't sure how many to make, and I wanted to have extra. Maybe I don't. I just rearranged stuff today to set up for the live, so now I can't find anything because I moved everything. Nope, they were right here, but now they're all mixed in. Anyway, I had, maybe I'll bring them on the next live. I do want to eventually post them on my Etsy page to sell. Like I said, I need to get more supplies in before I make like a big batch of anything else. Because it was 100, took me quite some time to make. But we have like those 4-ounce tins. Where did I put that? And then we also have like a smaller little 2-ounce one. And I'd like to post them on my Etsy page for other people to do like their wedding favors or like baby shower gifts or something like that. Because they went over really well. Like, I just thought our family and friends were being nice because they know that we've been trying to get our business more out there. But no, they really liked them. They liked all the scents that we had. They liked that they got to take something home that was like handmade by us. So I'm like, well, if they all really liked it, then maybe somebody else will like it if we start selling those. So I really like them. I just need to get some more labels for them because I used up like all of the labels I bought on ours for our party. But yeah, they went over really well. I'm really glad. Okay, I'm just waiting for my wax to heat up. That should definitely be enough. I'm only going to make 4 candles. I like to make small batches. Maybe eventually I might make bigger batches. I just think it's easier because it takes a lot less time for the wax to cool if you make small batches. So I usually only make like between 4 and 8 candles at a time, so they're like really small batches. So I am constantly making candles. So I might try to do lives like a couple times a week. The only problem is like my work schedule is crazy. I do have a full-time job. My husband has a full-time job. So right now this is like our little side business. I would love for it to blow up a little bit more. I'd love to be able to quit my job and do this full-time. Right now we kind of just sell on Etsy and we do vendor events in our community. We have one coming up in November. Hoping to get one in December to do like more Christmas stuff. Thanks for the likes, guys. I reached 2,000. I almost said 2 million. 2,000. That's awesome. Thank you. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, let me know because I don't really have anything planned. I'm just making a batch of candles, showing my process, trying to get to know some people on live. Like I said, I normally am watching lives while I'm making candles, and I didn't realize that I could go live. I thought that you would have 1,000 followers, but I guess when you have a business account, you can go live at any time. I kind of just found that out today. Well, I don't know how. Let me see how I block people. I'll just mute, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to block anybody. Yeah, I hate watching lives, seeing like a bunch of people spam. I will have to watch for that. Yeah, I would like to, I think I started to say and then I kind of lost track of what I was saying. I'd like to maybe go live a couple times a week. The only problem is I do have a full-time job and I work like mid-shift, so I work from 3 to 11 p.m. So there's only so much I can do during the day. It's a little bit too crazy during the day. I live right in town. There's, people everywhere. I have 2 dogs and 3 cats, so anytime like I get a delivery, my dogs go nuts. I have a puppy, I should say, because she's the one that goes nuts. So it's kind of hard for me to do. I mean, I try to like make videos. I can at least do that, make like short videos on TikTok, but yeah, it's hard to do much before work, and then I get home at 11 and I feel like it's really late to make do lives and like make content, but maybe on the weekends I'll do it. What made me get into making candles? A lot of things actually. So, the first thing that made me get into candles was I was thinking of a Christmas idea for my mom, like, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and I saw this, like, candle making kit that I've seen them, like, everywhere. And I was like, well, that sounds cool. Like, I used to make, like, little soaps whenever I was young. Like, my mom used to buy me these little kits to, like, make your own soap. And, like, I've tried lots of different things. And I might have even made a candle back then. But I was like, this looks cool. So I bought a little kit. And, like, I made the couple that you make with the kit. I mean, it only makes, like, maybe 6 little tins or something. And, like, we just had a lot of fun with it. I was like, this is really cool. And my now husband, when we, like, first got our house together, or first moved in together, we don't own our house, but when we first moved in together, we would always go shopping for, like, wax melts or candles. Like, I don't know, we've just both always really loved candles, which, like, is so annoying when people tell me, like, that guys don't like candles, and I'm like, I know, like, a lot of guys. Like, I actually know guys that like candles more than females sometimes. But, like, we love just going and shopping and, like, looking for new stuff. And I was like, well, wouldn't that be cool if we just, like, made our own? Because then you can pick whatever scents you want. So, yeah, I know a lot of guys that like candles. So, yeah, we just, like, I was like, do you want to, like, try to make some candles? And he was like, yeah, I would help you make some candles. So, yeah, buying the kit and doing it with my mom, my husband and I just going and picking out scents, and we'd always go to those vendors, like those little vendors that you have around, like, the fall and Christmas, and people sell, like, those little wax melts. Like, they would get those little ones in the little plastic tins, and they were like $1. We would get like 10 of them, and it was like our favorite thing to, like, go home and, like, test them all. Like, we just love doing that, especially in the fall. So, like, we just thought, why don't we just try making our own? And then the last reason that I really liked getting into making my own candles is I found out how bad, like, store-bought candles are for you, like the kind that has paraffin wax in it. It's not eco-friendly, and it's terrible to burn them. It's very, very bad for, like, to breathe in, especially if you're, like, have all your windows closed and you're in a closed environment. So I did a lot of research, and I was like, well, I don't want to burn those. Like, I don't, like, want to breathe all that in if it's toxic. So I looked into soy candles. They're all natural. They're not toxic for you. I really make sure the fragrances that I buy are, don't have, phthalates in them. They don't have any, like, hormone disruptors. I only buy from certain sites that, like, guarantee me that they're not going to have that kind of stuff in them. Because I've really, like, gone the natural route. Like, I don't know, I, like, went down a rabbit hole one time on TikTok about, like, natural products. And I've switched out, like, I've switched to, like, natural lotion, natural deodorant. I've switched to, like, I'm in the process of switching my makeup over to natural stuff. I'm, like, halfway there, but, like, I kind of don't want to throw away the stuff I already spent money on. But, long story short, so, like, another reason is because I'm trying to go, like, the more natural route where I'm, like, not putting toxic things into my body, because you'd be surprised, like, with fragrance and, like, lotions, shampoos, makeup, like, the kind of crap that, like, stores and just anybody is allowed to put in there. I mean, it's not regulated. Like, you can literally list something as fragrance, and you can put so many chemicals in there, and they can list it as fragrance. So you really don't know what you're getting from these other stores. So that's another reason why I like doing it, because I you know, really want to know that what I'm burning is not going to be harmful to me, and I want to be able to enjoy it and also not have it be harmful. And like I said, I have 5 pets too, so I really try to be conscious of that. But that is my origin story, and that is where I kind of got my start. It kind of started off as a little hobby. I mean, it's still a hobby because, like I said, I'm not, you know, I can't quit my day job just yet. But yeah, I really enjoy doing it. You know, I really enjoy for, you know, other people that want to have more natural, clean products in their life. I like to be able to be that person that can, you know, still let them have a nice smelling house, but not have to worry about harming their house. I really, really like that. How many am I making? I'm making 4 candles. Sorry, if I'm looking over here, I have a little cheat sheet of weights for everything, or measurements for everything, because I have different size. I have a big pitcher, and I only have 3. A lot of people have like 1 million. I'm just not quite there yet. I don't make as many batches as other people, but I have a big pitcher, a medium pitcher, and then I have this small pitcher, which I usually use for the wax melts. So I have different like weights that I measure, because when you make candles, you have to be really sure on your measurements so that you're getting the correct percentage of fragrance, because if you have too much, it's going to like bleed out over the candle, and like whenever it cools down, there's going to be like extra fragrance everywhere, and if you don't have enough, then you're not going to smell it. So the measurements are really important, so I'm just trying to make sure I get the right measurement, because I'm really bad at multitasking, which I am quickly finding out. But I'm hoping while I'm waiting for this while I'm waiting for this wax to cool down, I'm hoping I'll have time to make a batch of wax melts too, because I'm trying to slowly get our fall scents stocked up. And I am really behind on the wax melt portion, so I'm trying to get those caught up. So hopefully I have time to do both before I get too tired. And if you get a little extra, I can just dump it back in here, because I don't put any fragrance in the wax melt. It's just for melting wax. I only put the fragrance in the containers. Okay. So, I need my thermometer. So with this type of wax that I use, I need to heat the wax to 185, and then I can go ahead and add my color and my fragrance. It's a little bit warm. It's at 190, so I'm going to let it cool down a tad bit before I add the fragrance. If you add the fragrance too hot, it's going to burn off. I'm actually going to add the color first, and then I can go ahead and add the fragrance when it cools down a bit. It cools down pretty fast when I make a small batch. Like I said, it's a lot easier to make a small batch. It seems to go faster. Plus, I don't have a lot of room. When I show you my table where I put my where I let the candles cool at, it's not very big. It's not a lot. So I can only make so many at a time anyway, because I have to wait for them to cool down before I make more. But I get these little wax chips. This thing would last me like forever. I think I use brown in a lot of my candles. I've just, not like on purpose, I just try to match them to the scent. And I realized that I use brown for a lot of stuff. Even some things that, like, if I just want to make it a little bit darker of a shade, because with soy wax, you get a lot of like the light pastel-y colors and you don't get those real dark colors like you do with like a paraffin wax. So if I need something a little bit darker even, I just add like a little bit extra of the, of like either brown or black. So I use this for almost everything, and I think I bought 2 of these in the last year. Like, this lasts forever. So for bourbon butterscotch, I do try to make it like medium to a dark brown. And the thing that's kind of hard with making homemade candles in small batches is it's kind of hard to match the color in every single one. So I do try to tell people, like, if you get a different, like, if you order something and you want to order it again, you might get a slightly different color between batches. But I do try to test, like, I'll try to test it on a little piece of paper to see what it looks like. And then you can always add more. That actually looks kind of light. I think I'm going to add a bit more. Yes, these bourbon butterscotch, they're definitely one of our top sellers. I originally, like, I first made them for Christmas last year, and I was like, okay, they're going to be like a Christmas candle. But I had so many people asking for them, I was like, well, why don't I just sell it all year round? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas candle. Alright, I'm going to throw that one away because I'm going to make another one darker. And then I can probably add my fragrance in soon. Oh yeah, that looks better. Like I said, this batch is just going to be for my mother-in-law, so she's not going to be real picky. She wanted to order some of these, and I only have a couple in stock, so I was like, I'll just make you some so I don't, like, sell myself out on Etsy, because she wasn't in any rush to get them. I should have posted our Etsy page. I don't know. Next time I do this, maybe I can, like, well, if you go to our bio, if you click our bio, it's in our bio. It's kandcandles.etsy.com. I don't keep a lot in stock just because I'm still in the process of, like, getting noticed. But if there's something that you want that I don't have in stock, I pretty much have, like, every fragrance in stock, like, at all given times. Like, right now I'm trying to focus on, like, fall. I really want to get, like, a big fall line, especially since we have that vendor event coming up. There's fuzz in my face. But I do try to keep, like, a little bit of all of our scents just so people know what scents we have. And, I mean, people doesn't necessarily, like, want to... Don't say bio or link too much. They'll stop your live. Oh, okay. That's a good point. I totally lost my train of thought. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I try to keep, like, a little bit of all the scents just so people are aware of, like, what we sell, because, you know, not everybody wants a fall candle during fall. They might want just, like, a clean scent, like fresh cotton, or our cocoa butter cashmere is, like, a nice clean scent. They might want, like, a fruity scent. They might want, like, our peach and mango Bellini, which is what I considered, like, a summer scent. They might want that, you know, like, I don't know what people want what time of year, so I try to keep a little bit of all of them, but right now I'm trying to stock up on all of my fall scents, and, I'm going to do a little bit of Christmas, too, because I know a lot of people this year are buying Christmas gifts early, which I wish I could. I would love to start buying Christmas gifts. I'm going to hopefully in the next couple weeks here, I'll have a little bit of money saved up where I can start Christmas shopping. But yeah, I know a lot of people are already Christmas shopping, so I don't want to wait too long to start doing Christmas, but I also want to make sure I have fall stocked up first. Oh wow, I have, like, just enough fragrance. I have a little bit left, but I also have another container. So, because I knew that I was going to be selling a lot of these, so I had another one ready. So I weigh everything out. I weigh the wax, wait for the right temperature. I put the color in. Like I said, I don't measure the color because you put such a minuscule amount, you can't really measure it. It would be like a couple ounces. And then I weigh the fragrance oil. Again, sorry I'm turning my back to everybody. And then I stir it for a while. Wow, I can't believe how many likes are on here. I feel like that was mostly from Miss Cutie Pie Supply Company, so thank you. I appreciate it on my first live. I'm definitely going to follow you for sure after this. Maybe I can do it now. There we go. Okay, I can't get too distracted because it is like super important to make sure you stir your fragrance. Otherwise, it's not going to smell evenly whenever you burn them. So I'm just going to stir for a couple minutes. I usually set a timer, but I don't want to yell at Google. I might mess up my phone. I have a Google Home I usually yell at to set a timer for me. I don't know, like when I smell this, it just reminds me of like Christmas. So that's where I get the Christmas. Like it just smells like I'm gonna sit down and have a drink and watch Christmas movies. Or like some hot chocolate or something. I don't know, for people that don't drink. I mean, it does smell like bourbon a little bit. I'll tell you which one does smell for sure is, I can't even remember where I bought it from because it was just like a one-off. I wasn't planning on selling them. I bought a whiskey scent from my dad for, I think it was like his birthday or like Father's Day or something like that. And oh my gosh, that smells like you literally opened a bottle of whiskey. It is so strong. Like, it literally made me sick to my stomach because I'm not a big whiskey drinker. And it smelled like straight freaking whiskey. Like, I like inhaled it too much and it like made me gag. It was very, very strong. So this one is pleasant. It is not strong like the whiskey one. I don't know. I thought maybe I should sell whiskey ones because I know a lot of people really, really like whiskey. I don't know. My dad really liked it. But yeah, another reason why I'd like to do lives and try to get more people on here. Sorry, this is probably loud stirring this right by the phone. It's because I kind of want to get people's ideas on what scents they like. Because like I said, I have so many fragrances. I really want to like narrow them down because I just buy like what I think smells good. And I obviously do a whole load of testing, which is, if you're not a candle maker, you don't know how much testing goes into it before you actually sell a candle. But you do a lot of testing to make sure it actually smells like it's supposed to. Very loud. Oh, Caesar's on. I feel like I want to do it even louder since you're just being annoying. No, I'm glad you were able to make it on. I don't even know how long I've been on. I don't know if it tells me. But yeah, there's a lot of testing. I buy a bunch of fragrances, I test them. If they smell good, I will add them to my line. But I don't get a lot of feedback, because, like, if somebody buys it, they might leave me a nice review on my Etsy page, but like I said, I'm still kind of trying to grow it, so it's not being seen very much. So I try to give them to, like, family and friends and tell them what they like. So it'd be nice if people could tell me, like, even if you're not physically, like, ordering them and smelling them, just tell me like what kind of scents you like. I'd love to get people's ideas on what fragrances they like. I will say my lineup for fall, a lot of them I have that I already tested and I already know that I really like them and I already know a lot of other people like them. I'm going to keep them in my scent line. I'm going to probably add maybe 1 or 2 more scents. Like I said, I don't want to add too many new scents because I want to try to narrow it down and have like a bunch in stock of like a few scents instead of having like 50 scents where I can't make and keep them all in stock. So I'd like to have a smaller quantity, but I'm definitely going to be adding a couple new ones. I'm waiting for them to come in, and then I have to test them, see if they smell good. Bacon was good, yeah. Caesar, he's one of my friends that tests some candles for me. Actually, I've only ever given you the bacon one. I'll have to give you some more to test. But he actually specifically requested, at first I thought he was joking. He's like, can you make a bacon candle? And I was like, I'll look online and see if they have a bacon fragrance. And I looked online and they did. So I was like, okay, I can make you a bacon one if you want it. And I was like, if you're being serious. And he's like, yeah, I want a bacon one. So I bought it and I made him a bacon one. And my whole freaking house smelled like bacon for like 3 or 4 days. It was so fragrant. It didn't dissipate. And to me, it was disgusting. Don't get me wrong. I love bacon. I love the smell of bacon. But to me, it was like disgusting. I don't know how you liked it, but I made it for him. I'm sure your house smelled more like it because you actually burned it. I didn't even burn it. I just made one. But yeah, I actually had a couple people like specifically request a fragrance also. Like I had a customer, she was like a repeat customer. She was buying multiple candles, but every time she would message me on Etsy and say like, hey, I really want this kind of candle. Can you make this for me? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I would actually like go and specifically buy her a fragrance just to make her a candle. So, I mean, I'm up for, suggestions. If you have something that you really want, I'm willing to make it, because I know that you can buy candles everywhere in every scent. But like I said, my goal is to help other people who want to have, clean, non-toxic candles and people that want to support small businesses. I try to do that as much as I can myself. So, if you're wanting a candle that I don't have, then I will do my best to make it. My iced coffee is almost gone. And no, it's not from Dunkin'. I did have a pumpkin spice coffee from Dunkin' earlier, but I drank it all. And I have a Mr. Coffee that makes both hot and iced coffee, so I just reused the cup. So, in case anyone's like, where did you get iced coffee at 2:30 in the morning? But I am going to wait for this to cool down. It's at 160. It needs to cool down to 130, about 138. I know that sounds very specific, and you're probably like, why can't it be 135 or 140? Let me just tell you, because especially soy candles. Soy candles are very, very iffy with their colors, especially if you're adding color. They're very iffy with how they look in the glass jar. They're very iffy with, the colors, that what they call frosting. It'll, have this little, crystallization because it's natural. It's a natural soy wax, so it's, crystallizing back into, its original form. So it's very specific, and that's why it takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of testing to get your system down of what kind of wax you're gonna use, and if you're gonna use coloring and the fragrance and all that and the different jar types. It's completely different for every type of wax. I have a couple different types of waxes, and they're all different pour temperatures. It's a lot of work, but I really enjoy it. It's been really fun learning. Pumpkin spice latte, so basic. Okay, I understand, but Kenny bought that for me, so I couldn't really complain. It was free. He went out to the store. He actually made dinner tonight. I was really, really surprised. He made dinner tonight while I was reorganizing my room so I could set up for live, because I literally just found out today that I can go live with a business account before having 1,000 followers, which is what I've been working on. So I hurry up and rearrange my room, try to set it up. He bought me this stand for, making videos in general, but he got everything set up for me, and yeah, so I can't complain. And I actually have a couple of samples that are kind of pumpkin spicy. They're I think one's a pumpkin buttercream, and then one is some kind of pumpkin-y latte. I forget what it's called. I haven't tested them yet because they haven't came in yet. I should be getting them here in a week or so, but yes, that's why I was drinking pumpkin spice latte. Okay, so I'm at 158. I still have 20 degrees to go. But I'm going to flip you around over here. Hopefully this works. I tried it earlier. Well, that wasn't too bad. So this is my table where I actually set the candles to cool. Let me move some stuff. I got all my stuff out because I wasn't sure if I was going to make the wax melts, but I probably will as soon as I get these ready. So while that's cooling, I usually, and this is different because I'm trying to also talk to people and look at stuff, but I normally get my jars ready while that's cooling. What did you say now, Caesar? I knew it was going to be some smart-ass thing. Can you blow on it to cool it down faster, or a fan? Well, okay, maybe the fan was a legitimate question, but can you blow on to cool it down faster? What is it, a freaking pie? No. No, I don't know. I don't want to say no, you can't use a fan to cool it down faster, but I would be reluctant to do that because, like I said, with the soy wax, it's very, very weird. It's very iffy. The one major thing that I have learned very quickly from soy wax is you literally have to keep everything at the same temperature because let's just say for example, I'm making a candle. Fall's actually a good time for things to go wrong, I should say. So let's say because it's hot during the day and then it's really, really cool at night. So let's say I'm making a candle during the day and it's 75 degrees. And then I let it sit and it gets, the last couple of days, at least for us where we're at, it got down to the 40s, 45, 50. So when your temperature fluctuates that much, it doesn't make the candle function terribly. It still burns perfectly well, but it makes it look not as nice. So the thing with that is you really want to keep your room the same temperature. So I always do stuff in this room. I only have this one little spare room of our house that I use, and I tell my husband, which he understands now because he understands, from making candles for a little over a year now, that they're very, very iffy, and you have to keep the temperature the same. So we have a little window air conditioner, and it'll turn on whenever it gets a little too warm during the day. And then the heat we keep the exact same in the winter. Like, exactly, like, we do not touch the thermometer, because if it, like, I mean, I don't think a 5-degree temperature difference would matter, but if it's like a 10-degree temperature difference, it's definitely going to show in your candles. The alcohol... Hey, Cole, what's up? Are you following my page, by the way? I know you follow my personal account, but do you follow this one? If not, you totally should. The alcohol is just for... I just clean the bottom. Some people clean the whole thing. I don't. I've noticed that they work fine without wiping the whole thing. And then you risk getting chunks of paper towels on them. But I just clean the bottom where the wick sticker is going to go, because it sticks a lot better when it's cleaned properly. So I'm going to get the wicks ready. Let me check the temperature real quick. I'm going to turn our wax melter off because I'm only doing one batch tonight. Okay. Need 4 wick stickers. Where's my candle? I need to ask for a specific scent. You can get whatever you want, Cole. I might be able to spare one just for you. Might be able to spare one of my summer ones that needs sold, since everyone's looking for fall stuff now. I'm just checking to make sure there's not like a big, you know, crack or anything in them. I check them before I wick them, which surprisingly these actually come in really well. I buy these currently on Amazon, but I'm looking for a new supplier because they've gone up in price recently on Amazon. And I mean, the 2-day shipping is very, very nice and convenient, but when you're buying a bulk quantity of them, it doesn't really matter if, you know, it takes a few more days, if they're going to be a little bit cheaper and better quality than what I get on Amazon. And I also use a centering tool. I know a lot of people don't have to do that, but I'm terrible at trying to guess like where it goes. I'm very terrible at estimating things. So I don't even attempt to do that. I just go ahead and use a centering tool. I'm so bad at multitasking. Normally I would have had this done like forever ago. I'm trying not to ignore anyone since I have a whole 6 people watching me. I mean, I'm just, you know, there's lots of questions being asked and things, so. Which wicks are better, the thread or the wood ones? It's honestly just personal preference. There's really not one that is like better than the other. The cotton are just like what you would normally get with a candle. The thing with soy that's really nice is it's a cleaner burn. Like when you light a like a paraffin candle from the store, you're gonna get all that black soot and that, you know, black dust like a campfire. You're not gonna get that with soy. Maybe when you first light it, you might get it for like a second, but you don't get all that because it's a cleaner, you know, it's all natural wax. It's not, paraffin wax actually comes from petroleum, so you're literally burning like this junk. I mean, I don't want to say junk because I'm not trying to bash paraffin candles. You know, there's plenty of people that make great paraffin candles, and they're great for a lot of things. There's a lot of pros and cons, but I just personally like a more natural wax. But you're not going to get that black soot with the soy candles. So, sorry, I got off track there. Your question was which one's better. So yeah, your cotton wick is just going to be like your normal candle, like just your normal cotton wick. The wood wicks are actually like they're called crackling wood wicks. So when you light them, you can literally hear them like sizzling like a fireplace or a campfire. I personally really like them because I like like, I like the sound of it. So I just think they're really fun. Like, I love wood wicks. I was so excited to add them to our line. But there isn't any one better than the other. I do price the wood wicks $1 more than the cotton wicks, just because they are more expensive to buy. Because I do buy them from, you have to be kind of careful about where you get the wood from, because some of it is like not the best kind of wood. I buy them, they're like a high quality one from a company online that has a patent. So I do have to have the patent mark on them, but they are more expensive, so that is why I price them a little bit more. But I wouldn't say that they're better than the other one. Thank you, Miss Cutie Pie, for joining. Thank you. I will definitely be doing another live, and hopefully it'll be less chaotic. ASMR, yes, it is kind of ASMR-y, the wood wick. Like I said, is normally what I do while I'm watching, or while I'm making candles. I normally watch ASMR videos, ASMR TikTok lives. They're great. Yeah, a lot of people are like, I don't know, there's some people that are like really resistant to buying wood wicks. Like, a lot of my family, I'll ask them, like, which one do you want? Do you want cotton or wood wicks? And they're always like, oh, just cotton. I'm like, are you sure? Like, the wood wicks are really cool. Like, I really like them. So I kind of need to maybe give them to a couple people just so they can see, like, that they're, you know, they're actually pretty cool. They're not any different necessarily, just a different sound. Actually, my grandma really likes the wood wicks. She is always asking me if I can make her wood wicks because she really likes them. You tried John Wicks? I have not. What is that called? I've never heard of that. Is it like a candle company, or is it like actual wicks that you buy to make candles? But yeah, these ones I'm just making for my mother-in-law. I can't remember how many she wanted. She wanted, I think, 2, but she didn't tell me which kind, so I'm just making a batch of 4. Whatever she doesn't buy, I'll add to my Etsy shop. But yeah, I wanted to start off small for the first live anyway. John Wick the movie? What the hell is that? I've never even heard of that. Should I know what that is? Should have known with you guys that that's what it would have been. Something stupid. John Wick. Actually, now that you say that, that sounds familiar. What the hell is John Wick? Is it a series? I feel like it's a series. So the cotton wicks, I'm just adding the little placer so it sticks up right. Kenny knows what that is? Okay, I'll have to ask Kenny, but he's sleeping. How do you know what Kenny has seen for movies? Do you guys hang out often? See, it's a series of movies. I figured. Okay, I'm still at 144. So yes, it does take some time to have them cool to the proper temperature. That's like the hardest thing for me is like waiting, because I'm like, I want to be doing something. I want to make good use of my time. So I do think I am going to make those wax melts. Although they will not be ready to pour by the time I have to pour my other ones. Can you make me maybe that's inspired by the inevitable heat death of the universe? What exactly would I call that, Cole? I mean, I do have like some do like the way that turned out. It looks a little light, but I think it's just because it's really, really thin on the paper. I don't know. My mother-in-law will like it anyway. She loves this scent. She's actually really mad because for the candle tins that I made for our wedding favors, she had a bourbon butterscotch that she set on her table to take home, and she said somebody stole it, so she was really mad she didn't get to take one home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I will make you some, don't worry. And she's like, I can't believe somebody stole it. But yeah, so I'm not using my big wax melter for the wax melts, because the wax melts I just do in small batches of 5, which is only about 1 pound of wax for 5. So I just do them in a small pitcher, and I just do it on my little, what do you call that? Like a little burner? I don't know. That's how I started making all of my candles, believe it or not. This way it takes a lot longer for the wax to melt. That's why I love my new melting pitcher. It melts so much faster, and it's way more consistent, it's a more consistent temperature. But for little wax melts, I just use this because I'm only heating up a pound of wax instead of heating up like a whole batch, which is like way more. These candles that I'm making, these are 8 ounces. So these are my 8-ounce ones. Hot plate, yes, that's what it's called. These are my 8-ounce ones. I do have these little 4-ounce ones I showed earlier. I don't know if there's anybody new in here since I started. These are our little 4-ounce ones. We do have little 2-ounce ones. I'm mainly going to use these, though, for like, wedding favors as well. They'd be like a custom one. But I do have these cute little 2-ounce ones. I think they're really cute. I'm actually in the process, too, of using them for, like, baby shower favors. So I made some labels for, like, little baby ones, like girls and boys. I have yet to put those on my Etsy shop. I've just been trying to get my fall stuff out first. I just spilled my water because I'm almost at 4,000 likes. That's so cool. Thanks, guys. That literally shocked me. Oh shit, forgot what I was doing. Turned my hot plate on, put that on, and did not put anything in there. Okay, so I use a different wax for my wax melters. It's made specifically for wax melts. It's a thicker wax. It holds more fragrance oil than the candle waxes. And this I do have to measure out, so give me a sec while I do measurements. Wax melts. And I do have some really exciting things coming, and I don't know if I want to announce it just yet because I'm not quite ready. I don't have all this stuff for it. The supplies have been taking a long time, and I don't know if it's the UPS, post office, I don't know what, but they're taking their good old time getting me my stuff. So I'm like, come on, I need this stuff. People are waiting to buy stuff. But I do have some cool things coming. I bought some molds, like some little molds. Drop the secrets. Hold on a sec. I need a new spoon. I bought some molds, some silicone molds, and I'm going to do, like, instead of just doing our normal, actually I have a wax one over here. This one is pecan pie. Instead of our normal, like, little wax melts where you just pop out a square and put it on your burner, I bought silicone molds. I'm so excited. I bought silicone molds, and they're like different designs, and I'm going to do, I have like fall stuff and I have Christmas stuff, and I'm going to do like little bags. I can show you the bags because I did get the bags in. Got the bags, didn't get the stuff for it yet. But like, look at these cool little holographic bags. Look how cool they are. And I'm going to put the little wax melts in there. And I'm going to do, like fall, like I said, fall stuff and then like Christmas stuff. So I have a little, like a jack-o'-lantern. It's like a little pumpkin with like face on it. I'm going to do that with my fall scents. I was going to tell you guys my fall line, and I forgot. But anyway, so I'm going to do that for my fall stuff. And then for Christmas, I have like little stockings and like Christmas trees. And what else do I have? Like a little gingerbread man. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait till I get those in so I can start messing around with them and trying to test them. And I don't know why I use this. This is like a little freebie wax melter that I got in when I first started making candles. And it's so tiny, it's really hard to pour anything in here. I don't know why I haven't upgraded yet. I don't have a lot of space for, let alone all of my wax, candle jars, fragrances, let alone space for more candle making equipment. But I would love to get more that are bigger that I don't have to take forever getting them in. Do you like the secrets? Do you like it? Are you excited? I'm excited. I think I have one that I tested a mold out. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I cleaned all my stuff up and now I can't find anything. Where did I put those? I had one I just showed my aunt today because she came to buy some candles off of me. Well, that's going to have to be for another live because I cannot find where I put those. I tried the little pumpkin one out. Yeah, my aunt, she's so funny. I'm actually doing the one that she ordered. She ordered a bunch of Nutmeg and Spice. It's one of our top selling scents. We sold them at the vendor event we went to last year and they like completely sold out. Everybody loved them. I had family that came and smelled them and they were like, I don't want to buy all of them because we weren't really prepared for like how many we needed to make. And they were like, but can you make me some after this so I can buy them? And I was like, yeah, definitely. So my aunt, she smelled our Nutmeg and Spice for our like little wedding favors that we gave out. She was like, can I get 3 of those? And I was like, yeah, I'll make you 3. I'm making a batch anyway because they're part of my fall line. And I'm going to be making them, getting them ready. And luckily I made extra because I knew she was buying 3, so I made extra to like have for my Etsy shop. And to get ready for my next vendor event in November. And so she texted me and she was like, are you home? And I said, yeah, you can come get them. They're ready, like whenever you want to come over. And she's like, okay, how many do you have? And I was like, well, I have 5. And she's like, oh, well, can I actually just buy all of them? I was like, yeah, you can buy them all. I can make more. Not a big deal. So I am sold out of the Nutmeg and Spice cotton. I do have the Woodwick. I have Woodwicks, so if you want to buy those, I have Woodwicks on my Etsy page. But I don't have any for wax melts, so that's what I'm making is Nutmeg and Spice for my wax melts. Which I need my fragrance. Alright, almost pour time on the candles. Actually, now that I started, it is pour time. So this is still going, so I'm going to take a break from that. I need to add a little bit more wax to that. But I want to hurry up and pour these because if it gets too much lower, it's going to be too low and it's not going to look right. Take my thermometer out, clean it off. Do I have Sporty Spice? I tried to think of some stupid asshole remark and I can't think of one. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Alright, flipping you guys over. Got my jars ready. Okay. So I put mine on these cooling racks because it's Hold on, I'm trying to recenter this wood wick, kind of got off center. They cool a lot better when they have room underneath and there's airflow, because when you set it down, sometimes it gets too hot and it cools more on top but not on the bottom, so it just gives it more of an even cooling. One of the many things I've learned over time that I wish I knew earlier would have saved me a lot of trouble. And it might look like I'm pouring minusculely slow, but honestly, the slower you can pour, the better. Because if you pour too fast, if you just dump it in, you're going to get a lot of air bubbles. And it'll cause a lot of air pockets. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. This makes me want to have a drink. So these are going to sit for definitely overnight. Probably let them sit tomorrow all day until at least I get off work at 11 p.m. Might even let them sit a little bit longer. And then I can go ahead and trim the wicks and put the labels on. Ooh, I poured that one a little bit fast. It is like really hard to tell where I'm standing, where they're at. I'm trying not to put my head like in the live awkwardly, but I want to make sure these are filled up good. Okay. Woo, it is hot in here. I don't normally work with my door shut, but like I said, if I had the door open, my cat would be in here. Candy Spice. I got like a candy cane kind of scent. Oh wait, I need to recenter my wicks now that I moved them. So those are done. They're just gonna sit. Thanks for watching my lives, guys. And whoever else seems to be on. I'm going to stick one on here for my wood wick to place it in the center. And now my mother-in-law will have her candles soon that she didn't get from her wedding favor since somebody stole hers. So now I'm just working on my wax melts and then I'll probably get off for the night because it is getting late and it is hot in here. I thought about opening my window, but I really just don't want the temperature. I know it's really, really cold outside, and if I open that window, it's going to drop the temperature in here, and they're not going to cure very well. And I have to put tape on my window for whenever I do open it, because I have this really stupid, like, old-timey house where it's, like, the windows, like, open out. You, like, push it. You turn a handle and push it out. And so there was no screen in there. So I had to take a screen from another one, because I didn't have screens in any of my windows in this room. So I stole a screen from another one, and it's not quite the right size. So I had to cover the top because I was opening my window at night, and all these bugs were coming in. So, yeah, I try not to open the window, but it's hot, so I'm only going to finish. I made those 4 candles that are for bourbon butterscotch, and I'm making a batch of 5 of the nutmeg and spice, and then I'm going to get off. So that's how many I'm making. Baby Spice, you're so weird. Would you buy them if I made the Spice Girls pack? What would I even do? I could do like pumpkin spice. Oh, I could do apple spice. What else could I do? Nutmeg and spice, duh, the one that I have. How many are there? Baby Spice. What was the other one? What did I just say? Scary Spice. Gosh, I'm a 90s baby, but I was not a Spice Girls fan. Baby Spice, Scary Spice, is that one? Sporty Spice? Somebody's inviting me to live together. I've never even lived myself, so Sorry, not this time. Ginger spice. Oh, duh, the Cole Spice. Hi, thanks for stopping by. We're almost at 5,000 likes. I don't know. I mean, I know that's probably not a lot, but I'm super excited for it being my first live. You guys are awesome. Yeah, ginger spice. Isn't there like a posh? Yeah, posh spice. Yeah. Oh, I do have a ginger and spice that I got last year that I ran out of time to make it like into my line of products. But I do have a ginger and spice. I could literally do the Spice Girls theme. Is anybody interested? Thank you! Oh my gosh, you sent me a bunch of roses, and I think you achieved my goal. Sorry, is there a way to like make that not so loud? I haven't heard any sounds yet. Because I haven't gotten anything yet. Thank you so much for stopping by. Did I just say my spice? Yes, I said your spice, Cole, because you're the ginger king. So, of course I said your spice. I'm going to call it Cole Spice. It's no longer ginger spice. It's Cole Spice. Sorry, one sec. I have to measure. I need 10.7 ounces. I don't want my wax to get too hot. Thank you so much for the roses. Hey, it matches my shirt today. Don't I have roses on the back of my shirt? Do I have roses on the back of my shirt? I do. It was meant to be. Yeah, I wish I could have got on earlier and had my husband get on here. And he's more of the talkative type and the more outgoing type. But I was rearranging some stuff, and he works in the mornings, so he is sleeping now. He works in the mornings, I work in the evenings, and we only see each other on the weekends. What would you do? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes, would go? I'm not sure what that comment meant. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping. I will probably be done here and getting off in, how much longer will these take? Maybe like 15-20 minutes. These wax melts are a lot quicker, especially when I do them in small batches of 5. I can knock these out pretty quick, but I'm really impressed for my first live. I hope you guys like watching. And again, next time I'm going to try to do something where I'm not turning my back. Maybe I can change my setup a bit, but I'm going to let this melt. I'm going to get my measurements while I'm waiting. Whoops, that is the one I used for the bourbon butterscotch. I need a new one. And I need 1.4 ounces of oil. And I need the brown for nutmeg and spice also. Okay. Lunchtime at work. See you guys. Thanks for coming. Maybe I'll bring you in something. You know, I do have that ginger and spice from last year that I did not make. I might bring you a ginger and spice Cole. I'm going to call it Cole Spice. Oh my gosh. I should laugh so much at that. I'm cracking myself up. I might do that. If you like that scent, I might do that. Thanks for coming to my live, guys. Oh, the other new thing that I'm going to be doing is I had 3 wicks at one point. Didn't care for the jar that I had. It was too thin. I was worried about it breaking and getting too hot. So I just ordered new ones. And I have two different sizes that I can't decide between, and I think I'm just going to use both of them. So these are just testers. I just tested them out to see if they work well. Actually, I have not tested this one yet. I tested this one. But this is one. It holds, I think, maybe 15 or 16 ounces. This one is a big boy. This one holds, I think, like 2 pounds of wax. So I think I'm just going to do both of them. I think I'm going to make this like our 3-wick jar. And then this one is going to be, I'm going to call it like a large 3-wick. Because I actually held off on doing different, adding extra sizes to our products. Because I already had the wax melts, the 2 and the 4 ounce tins, and the 8 ounce jars. And I held off on doing anything bigger. But I actually had a bunch of my husband's family ask for larger ones, like 3-wick ones. So yeah, so I had like 6 people asking me for 3-wicks, and I was like, okay, I will buy 3-wicks then, if people are going to buy them. Sorry, I was looking for the lid. So this is the lid that goes on. I think it's really cute. Nice silver metal tin lid. So these are going to be our large 3-wick ones. Not quite ready to sell these yet. I was testing them, like I said, and I need to get a label. The labels that I had for... Thank you so much for following. Thank you. I appreciate every follow. The label I had for my last 3-wick is too small. So, I mean, it's not too small, but like with something this freaking big, this big ass jar, you're going a little bit bigger of a label. So I ordered labels, waiting for them to get here, and then I will be able to sell some of these because, like I said, I already had like 6 people asking me for these. So going to be adding these large 3-wicks. These ones I do have the lids for. Actually, my last jar that I decided I did not like because it was too thin. The cool thing is I can use the same lids for them. So those ones are also silver, and I just think they're really cool for like Christmas. They're very like festive. I don't know. I like them. I like silver. So these are going to be our other 3-wick ones. I just need to test them with the wicks. I need to make sure I get the right size wicks in them, and then I'll be able to sell these ones as well. I just got these in like maybe a day or two ago, and this weekend was pretty busy for us, so I did not get a chance to test them, but these are also coming. So we have those cool wax melts, the little wax molds coming for fall and Christmas, and then we got these new 3-wick jars that we're going to be coming out with hopefully soon, if I can get them done. Crank this up a tad bit so it's goes faster. Let me use my other clean thermometer. Not quite up to temp yet. But yeah, so that's what we have coming. Trying to think what else I have. Oh crap, I kept saying I was going to tell you guys my fall list. Maybe I'll make like a quick like I'll post a picture or something like on a story or something of my fall list. But off the top of my head, so I have, actually, didn't I just write this down recently? Oh wait, I moved everything today. Cool. See, that's what happens when I actually clean, then I can't find anything. So off the top of my head, I just made, nutmeg and spice. I made bourbon butterscotch. I made toasted pumpkin spice, a batch of those, just candles yesterday. I need to make the wax melts. Probably make those tomorrow since it's getting late. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I have pumpkin gingerbread, warm apple pie, cranberry and apple. And these are just like me personally. Like this is what I'm saying is like fall scents. I mean, you can order any of our scents at any time. I try not to like just say, oh, I'm only going to offer this in the summer or I'm only going to offer this in the winter. I try to make a little bit of everything all year round. I think I already said this, but it was earlier in the live. But I do try to have like a little bit of everything all year round, and then I try to stock up on like the more seasonal scents for that season. So I'm trying to stock up now in my fall, and I'm trying to get a head start on Christmas even. I'm going to hopefully do that like in the next couple of weeks after I get my fall scent ready. My fall scents. Because I know a lot of people shop early for Christmas, but I do keep everything in stock all the time. So, I mean, if it's out of stock and I have it, I can still make it for you. I still have a ton of summer scents that I say are summer, available that people can buy. So, all right, this is up to temp. I'm going to unplug this before I forget because I'm not making any more. Trying to look into the light here and make sure there's no little fuzzies in here. Sometimes you get a little fuzz of something and then it ruins your wax melts. I usually use my phone flashlight, but obviously I don't have that on me. This is a little warm, so I'm going to let it cool down before I add that fragrance so it doesn't all burn off, but I am going to add the color. I'm making nutmeg and spice, so it's going to be brown. I'm going to add a little bit less than my last batch because the candles had more wax in there. So I don't want to add too much and make it super, super dark. Oh, I was not prepared for it to get this hot in here. Like I said, I normally have the door open, but my cat wanted to come in here and he had like fur flying everywhere. And I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. You gotta stay out. Actually, I'm surprised that my puppy has not started barking at anything. She'll normally hear like the smallest sound, she'll start barking. Really surprised that she has not woken up yet this whole time for however long I've been on. I think I got on about 1:45. Gosh, look how red my face is. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. Or at least it's cooling down at night. At least it's not like super hot all the time. Hello, thanks for stopping by. I'd love to make more because I do have room on my table to make more, but it's getting pretty late. I gotta work tomorrow. And I would have to clean all of this stuff out to make a new scent, and I don't want to have to do that at 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's see the temperature. I'm going to test the color to see if it's what I'm looking for. I think I need to let these cool down a bit. The wax ones I cool down to... I might even add a little bit more brown to that. It's still kind of tannish colored. I try not to add too... You can't take it out once you put it in there, but you can always add a little bit more. I need to get my wax melts ready. Wax melts, I poured about 140. So I'm going to let these cool a little bit more before I even add the fragrance. I almost have 5,000 likes. That's awesome. I hope you guys like these lives. I'm hoping to go live like a couple of times a week now. Oh, I like this color a lot better. That looks good. Like I said earlier, I mean, I don't know if more people are on than was before, but I do work full-time. I work in the evenings. My husband works full-time during the day, and he works overtime a lot, so it's been a struggle to try to make videos, but I mean, if you want to grow, you have to kind of make videos, and I've been trying to make them like every single day. But really, I think the only days I'm going to be able to go live would be like weekends And maybe like once every weeknight, but I mean, I don't get home from work until 11 p.m., so it's going to be like the late night people, which you might get some crazies. You saw my daughter? That's interesting because I don't have one. Let's see what temperature we're at. Okay, good enough to add the fragrance. Gonna add that, stir for a couple of minutes, and then I can go ahead and pour them. I need to make more candles since I just sold out on the cotton ones today. My aunt picked every single one up that I had. This one smells so good. This one smells like if you're gonna go to your grandma's house and bake for fall or Christmas, if you're gonna bake like a million cookies. It just smells like all those different scents, like nutmeg and cinnamon and butter. It smells so good. This one is definitely one of my favorite scents. We burn this all the time. And then, again, this is one that I would call like my fall scent, but I definitely burn this all year round. My husband actually always asks me to make him some for his game room. He's always wanting nutmeg and spice. And I think we sold like all of the wax melts we made last year at our event for nutmeg and spice, so definitely need to make more. I'm only making a batch of 5 tonight, but I definitely will make, hoping to get up to at least 20 or 25 of them. So they're definitely going to sell out. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I don't know, I need to get maybe like a list of things that we could talk about while I'm making stuff. I'm not too good at thinking of things to talk about. I don't know, I might try listening to music, I just don't want to get banned. I don't know how many people would like my email playlist though, but that's what I listen to. I listen to email music. And ever since I switched to a business account, I can't use any of my cool songs that I used in my videos, so they have really lame ones for the, what do they call them, like non-commercial or whatever. No, they're lame. So I can't post any cool videos with cool music. I don't know, I know this is kind of like an ASMR-y vibe too, so maybe it is kind of cool to be doing this at night. I don't know, I would like watching these kind of ASMR videos. That's pretty much what I watch at night while I'm making candles, is ASMR videos. I would watch candle making if I was trying to fall asleep. Alright, let's check the temperature. I ran out of water. I don't want to go get any more. It's so hot in here. Should you guys have a good day? What's everybody up to? Is it 3 a.m. also, or are you guys on the other side? What did I say? Pour these about 140. I'm at 165. So I've got a little bit. Actually, I can get my wax melts. I'm going to turn it around. I can get my melts ready, or my clamshells ready. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm making 5. I actually need to order more of these also. Need to add that to my list of things. I ordered so much stuff and I'm just waiting for it to get here, so I kind of don't want to order too much more until I get those in. Great job, you've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. Well, what the hell? Why would I take a break before I'm done? Damn, these ones sometimes are really hard to get apart. I think I bought a different brand this time, and they are really freaking sticky. There we go. Just checking to make sure there's not like any... Sometimes they get like little plastic pieces stuck on them, and just making sure they're clean before I pour them. Alright, that's all I'm making tonight is a batch of 5. So those are extra. I'm going to put the rest of my wicks away since I'm done with the candles. Don't need wick stickers. Oh, that's what. So I got pumpkin apple butter. I do have that one in that I need to try for a sample. And leaves, which I bought little fall leaves. I'm so excited about little fall leaves. For wax melts, I bought little molds, and I would love to get like an actual like fall leaf fragrance to go with those leaves. I tried to get one last year, and I did not care for the scent. It was supposed to smell like falling leaves, and it just smelled very like masculine, and it didn't smell bad. I mean, it smelled really good. I ended up giving it to my cousin because I made it, and I was like, I burned it, and it doesn't smell like leaves, and that's what I wanted it for. But he was like, oh my gosh, I love it. But I would like to find one that smells like fallen leaves, and I smelled this one, and it actually smells really good. So I might use that one this year. Okay, still got a little bit longer, but here's how the candles are going. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me turn this down a little bit. So they're kind of cooling a little bit. Like, this is what they look like when they're cold. And so it's really cool. Like, I've made videos before of like in a warp speed, like where it goes really, really fast. And it looks really cool when you do that. I love making those videos because like it cools from the top up. So it'll cool first on the bottom, and then it'll go all the way up. So like you'll have, and they look so much darker. Like that's why it's really hard to get the color the same, and why I try to test them on these little sheets of paper to try to get the color that I want. Because like it's gonna look like so much darker, but then like when it cools, it's gonna be so much lighter. Especially with the soy wax, you're gonna get those more like pastel-y colors. So it looks really cool. So like the bottom is gonna be like a really light brown, and then the top is a really dark brown. Yeah, I like it. Oh, thanks for stopping by, guys. I got real panicky at first. I feel a little bit better now. My anxiety is going down a little bit. When I first started, I was like panicky. I was like, oh, there's so many people on here. Everybody's watching me. I don't know what to do. Where do I look? What do I say? But I'm going to go back over here. I had some really cool people come on, though. It's nice to kind of meet people on TikTok. I like getting on other people's lives. Because like I said, obviously it's my first time going live. So it's not like I'm doing lives myself, but I love getting on TikToks and talking to people, because I'm like not a social person in person. I'm like literally, I have such bad social anxiety. Like I don't even go to the store most of the time. I like order everything online, which I hate to do because I love to support small businesses, and I freaking order as much as I can online because I'm not a social person. But I love getting on TikToks and like hanging out with people and talking to people and like supporting their lives. So I love doing stuff like this. It's just weird to be like the person that's like hosting it. I'm normally used to like just watching other people and like talking to other people on lives. But hopefully it's kind of interesting for you guys. Like I said, if I had some cool emo music, it'd be a little bit more fun, but I don't know if I can play music on lives. I don't want to get banned the first time I go live. Plus, my husband is sleeping like the next door over, so I don't think he'd appreciate it if I was blasting my emo music right now. I don't know, maybe I could wear headphones, and then I could at least, like, not be so awkward and just stand here. But these are going to be ready to pour soon, and then I am going to get off. I've been on for a couple hours. And I need to get ready to go to bed soon. I gotta work tomorrow. I'm gonna put these candles back since I'm still testing these out, but definitely going to be adding these to our shop soon because so many people have asked for 3-wick candles. I just need to order more fragrance too because they take so much more. They're like the equivalent of 2 of my normal 8-ounce candles, so I run through my fragrance a lot faster making the 3 wicks. But yeah, I had a lot of family recently order a bunch of candles because, like I said, I had, I'm going to put my coloring away too. We had our wedding celebration that I made tins for, candle tins for favors, and people got to smell all different kinds of our scents, and they were like asking for a bunch of them. So I finally got caught up asking for the candles that people have asked for, and now I'm working on my stock again for fall because we are going to be having a vendor event coming up in November, and I try to keep my Etsy shop at least 3 or 4 of each item in stock, but gosh, it's hard whenever like I said, it's mostly just me making the candles. My husband does help me with like coming up with new ideas, new products to add. He definitely helps me with the scents. That's his favorite part, is like we like to look online and like, which scent do we want to add? What do you think would smell good? And he helps me test them. So anytime we get a new scent, you have to test it to make sure it's, going to smell good. Smells like what it's supposed to. I've gotten plenty where I've tested it and I'm like, this doesn't smell like what it was supposed to. But yeah, he does a lot of streaming at night. He streams on Twitch, just like video games and stuff. So it's like the perfect area for him. He'll take a new candle that I have and I'll be like, can you test that candle tonight? Let me know if you like it. Let me know if it's good. If it's good enough to add, then we can add it to our line. But yeah, he tests a lot of them for me. But yeah, I do like I take care of the Etsy shop all by myself. He does work on like advertising a little bit with me. Like I said, he's more of the talker. He'll go talk to people and, tell everybody about what scents we have, what new products we have. But as far as like doing TikToks, and we do have a Facebook page, and yeah, so I have the TikTok page, the Etsy page, and the Facebook page. I do all that myself, top of my full-time job, make all the candles myself, candles and wax melts, test all the new products out. So yeah, it's a lot of work, doing it myself, so I can't always keep everything in stock as much as I'd like, but I do try as much as I can. I'm just really freaking excited my dog did not like freak out and ruin this live, because like right before I got on it, I don't know what the hell she was barking at, but she was barking at something. I'm like, I don't know, dude, you gotta tone it down a tad bit. Got about 10 more degrees on this. Yeah, did I say my fall scents? I think I did. Like I said, I'll be adding a couple new ones as soon as I test them and see if they're going to work good for us. But currently the ones that I definitely do have: nutmeg and spice, bourbon butterscotch, warm apple pie, cranberry and apple, toasted pumpkin spice, pumpkin gingerbread. Yeah, those are the ones we definitely have. Some of them I have to make in stock. I have to get them in stock, but I made these. What day did I make these? Friday? Maybe Saturday? I don't know. I can't remember what day I made these. This one's toasted pumpkin spice. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells like pumpkin and cinnamon. Like some kind of dessert you'd have like for Thanksgiving. It smells really good. But I only made a couple of these. I think I just made a batch of 4 because my cousin wanted one. So I just made a small batch, but I do need to restock more of these. Just waiting on my wax to come in because I do need more wax before I make like a whole big batch. My whole batch is like 8 when I make like a whole big batch. That's all the more I make. I do very small batches. But this is what they're looking like so far. So they're going to be this color whenever they're cool. And the melts for Nutmeg and Spice are probably going to be a little bit darker. I try to make them a little bit darker for Nutmeg and Spice. But that's the cool thing about like doing stuff handmade is like every batch is going to be slightly different. They're not all going to be like exactly the same. But yes, I'm very excited. I don't know if there's new people in here, but I'm going to be doing some really cool new things for fall. I'm really excited. I got these little bags. So, like normally, our wax melts come these little clamshells, with the squares. You pop the squares out and you put a square on, and then when that fragrance dies down, you put another square on. That's what they look like whenever they're, filled. Pecan pie. I totally forgot that I had that one. That one's another one. Pecan pie that I have that I didn't list for a fall scent. But I got these cool new things. So I got these like silicone molds, and I'm gonna put them in these little baggies. Look how cool these bags are. I just like looking at them. I think they're so cool. Like I don't know why, but I freaking love holographic stuff. So like I got these little things. I'm gonna have little, like, I don't know. I don't want to say too much because you're not gonna be able to really know what I'm talking about until you see them. And I have to get the rest of my molds in before I make them and can post them. Obviously, I can't make them yet because I haven't got some of the molds in. But, like, look, these are my little wax melts. I bought these new wax melt warning labels. Look at them. They're freaking holographic, too. I think they're so cool. I don't know why I love holographic shit all of a sudden, but I freaking love them. So, they're gonna, like, all match. They're all gonna have holographic shit on them. But yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I do have another. So this is gonna be like a large, bag of wax melts. So I'm gonna have 2 different sizes. I'm gonna have like a small size and then a larger size. So I try to make it, for a little bit for everyone. Some people want like a crap ton, some people want like a little bit to see if they like it first before they buy it. So I try to get enough so everybody, I can please as many people as I can. I haven't actually put one of these together yet, so I'm not really sure how these stick. But I got these cute little boxes. I just got these in like a couple days ago. I haven't even got to see how many I can fit in there yet, but so I'm gonna make this cute little box for like a small thing of wax melts, and then the bigger size I'm gonna put in these little holographic ones. So I'm gonna have 2 different sizes that we offer. So those are in the works. They'll be coming. But yeah, they're not going to be like little squares like wax melts. They're going to be molds of like fall leaves. I have jack-o'-lanterns. What else did I order for fall? I mostly ordered a lot of Christmas ones because they had so many more Christmas molds than like fall stuff. Oh, I got like a little gingerbread one that's like a skeleton. I'm gonna do for fall. It's like a skeleton-y pumpkin one. So yeah, I'm really excited to get those in, but those are some new things I have coming. Oh, and the other thing, I can't believe I forgot to talk about this one. The other thing I have coming is going to be a 4-piece set, because a lot of people have asked me for gift sets, and I had gift sets at one point. The thing that's been hard for me is, like, getting packaging to, like, make it look good, like a gift set. So I've done a lot of searching, a lot of looking, and I think I got some really cool things for gift sets. So again, I'm just waiting on the little crinkle paper that I'm going to put. It's going to be like fall, like Halloween-y stuff. It has like, it's going to be like orange and black crinkle paper, and then it has like these little pumpkin-y things in there. It's going to be so cool. I think I'm getting that tomorrow. Tomorrow or Tuesday. I have the boxes for them, and then I have, the last thing I need is like a label to put on it. So I've got to work on, oh, that's another thing I do too. I have to make all of the labels for our candles. So anytime I have a new scent or a new product, I have to make the labels, test them, you know, make sure they're printing on the right size and the color that I want them to be. It's a lot of design work that goes into that. A lot of things that I didn't think about when I first started making candles. I didn't think about doing all these other different things like advertising and like social media and making freaking labels, buying packaging and shit like that. But, yeah, so, I just need to make a label for those, and I'm going to be so excited to get those out because I know a lot of people are looking for, like, gift sets, and I'm going to pick, it's going to be really hard to pick 4, because I think I have, like, 7 or 8 fall scents right now, and like I said, I'll probably be adding a couple more, just, I don't know, I mean, I don't really need to, because I think that's plenty of scents to have for fall, but I just like to constantly add new things. These are the ones that I sold last year that I know I've sold really well, but I'd like to add a couple more. It's going to be hard to narrow it down to like 4. Like I'm going to do a 4-piece set. They're going to be in these little tins, although I think I'm going to do the silver tins. I have rose gold tins, black tins, and silver tins. Although maybe black would be better for Halloween and like fall. Maybe I could offer both. I don't know. Not really sure yet. I'll have to get everybody's opinion. But I have little silver ones. I didn't have one out on me just yet. But I'm going to do four of these. It's going to go in a little box with like the little crinkle paper. But I don't know how I'm going to decide what 4 scents I want for fall. Like, I'm going to have to narrow it down to like our top selling ones and based off of what we like, based off of what other people like. So that's honestly going to be the hardest part. But that is also in the works. Hopefully those will be done as soon as I get the stuff in for it. The sooner I can get the stuff in for it, the sooner I can get those made. At some point, I would like to set up a TikTok shop because right now we just sell on Etsy and at vendor events. Would love to get a TikTok shop set up, but I've been trying to do like some research on it and figure out what the hell I'm doing before I like open it. And I'm just gonna pick like 1 or 2 things to start off with. Like, I think I'm gonna start off with like a sample set so people can try out all our different fall scents, and then they can decide what they like. Because those will be easier for me to make like a big quantity of. But hopefully, eventually, I would like to get the TikTok shop set up. But I'm going to pour these. These are up to temp. And unless anyone has any other questions for me, I'm probably going to get off after this. It is 3:30. I'm going to get ready to go to bed soon because I do have to work tomorrow. I'm going to use this because sometimes it gets a little messy. So these ones are Nutmeg and Spice. I don't think I have any of these in stock right now, so it's probably a good thing that I'm making these. This is definitely one of our top selling scents. People went crazy for this shit at our vendor event. They loved it. Hopefully I'm allowed to swear on here. I guess I didn't think about that before I started. I researched a bunch of other shit, but I did not research that. Because I really, really wanted to play music in the background. I know a lot of people do, but just because a lot of people do doesn't mean you're, like, technically allowed to do that. I don't know if they could take you down for copyright or something. Oh, that one's got a little bubble. Where's my spoon? Okay. So those look good. See, I love this phone. This phone makes it so much nicer for streaming. I have one of those flip phones, Galaxy flip phones. My husband just bought it for me for my birthday. It makes it so much nicer. Like, I can just go like this and flip it down instead of moving my whole freaking setup. But yeah, that's what they look like. These actually cool down, like, super quick. These cool down hella quick. Like, look, it's already, like, dried on the jar. Like, I'm gonna have to heat it up a little bit more just to clean it out. Yeah, this stuff cools really fast because it's a really, really thick wax specifically made for wax melts. You can't make a candle with it. It won't burn. The flame won't be hot enough for it to burn. They're specifically for wax melts. But yeah, so those would be cooled down like super quick. All I have to do tomorrow is put the labels on them, and I'm gonna put them up for sale in my Etsy shop. The candles are probably going to need a couple more days to cure before I can start moving them around and putting labels on them. But they're starting to look kind of nice. They're cooling down a little bit. They're almost halfway cool. But anyway, so thank you to everybody joining my first live. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the view. Anybody who might have shared it. Anybody who stopped by and said hi. Yeah, it's nice to kind of meet some new people. And like I said, hopefully I'll be doing another live here. Let me make sure I unplugged everything before I forget. Yeah, try to definitely do at least a couple more. Especially when I start getting all of my new products in, I would definitely like to maybe do a live of like making some of those new wax melts because I think it's really cool. Or maybe I'll do like a packaging video. Maybe I'll do like, since I made candles tonight, maybe I'll do a live where I like put the labels on or package or something. I don't know. I have to come up with new ideas. You guys are going to have to tell me what kind of stuff you like watching. But hopefully next time it'll be a little bit earlier. Like I said, I was rearranging my room to get ready to stream. So hopefully next time I can get on a little bit earlier. But thank you everybody for joining my live. The shares, likes, everything. Really appreciate it. Everything helps.